educate and inform the whole mass of the people. They are the only sure reliance for the preservation of our liberty. This quote is written by Thomas Jefferson. Hello everyone, I'm Karuna Singh. Welcome to our channel Knowledge. Today on our show, we have a very special guest, Professor Dr. A.V. Narasimha Rao, Director, the ICFAI Law School, the ICFAI Foundation for Higher Education, Dean to be University, Hyderabad, Andhra Pradesh. Welcome, sir. Center for Legal Excellence or CLE is organizing Legal Erudite, a legal excellence competition. CLE is a unit of consortium e-learning network and a legal domain focused on bringing all the major stakeholders of the legal fraternity to one platform to disseminate knowledge. So I'll start with, how can article writing competition be favorable for the law domain?
Yeah, research is one of the most important for the legal arena and legal education and legal profession.
Yeah.
So when new things is coming up, it has to be placed in a better articulation model in a tangible form. That will be an article. Article is most essential. It will be it is a place or mode of communication to the students and target groups. When new thing or new comments or new criticism or new review, new critical analysis, all this can be captured in an article, which can be circulated, which can be read by the people at every place across the country and across the globe. So the expressions, the feelings, the comments or opinions of the people can be spared and shared with the help of the articles. So articles will help a lot in order to enhance the legal education, and also zeal to read and teaching and learning process will be much more enhanced with the help of the articles.
Yes. So why should students, academicians, and professionals participate in such competitions, and what all benefits do they get from this competition?
Coming to the legal faculty, coming to the articles are 2 or 3 way beneficial to the faculty. Number one, they make a lot of research every day.
Yes.
New thoughts will be provoked when they take the classes. What are the thoughts that are coming up, cropping up in their mind, are to be placed in tangible form and shared with the other people in order to get the vetting of the other persons.
Yes.
So an article written on a particular path will be helping the faculty to know whether the concept they started up or the argument they bring in, whether they are properly approached or appreciated by the people or not. Sometimes some concepts will be created in the mind, but that may not be supported by the people. In order to get good support of the people, this article will be one of the way by which the faculty will be getting. That's number one. Number two, the learning process, and mostly in written communication, the articles will be a format. So the learning is not a one-day process. It is a continuous process. What are the different things learned from different sources can be placed at one particular place, and that particular place, a tangible form will be given. That's the article. Suppose nowadays insolvency and bankruptcy has become a very demanding subject. GST has become this demanding subject. New things are coming up at a different piece and meal. So the faculty will collect all the information from different sources, include the comments made by the different professionals, advocate, judges. They will bring it one particular plus, and one point of discussion will be there. So this article will be a structured and created a design in order to bring the pros and cons of that particular concept is discussing about. That's why he can communicate in a better way to the students. He can communicate his own way. He will be able to provide his own comments on the areas. So in order to give his reflections on the subject, the faculty will be taking the help of the articles. That's number two. Number three, as usual, the faculty every time wants to grow himself in the knowledge, in his position. Nowadays, the evaluation of the faculty by the different institutions will be making on research articles. Research article will be one of the source to get some appraisals. That's why when a faculty writes articles of the good nature, good quality, automatically their own evaluation will be increasing and improving. That's the third point. Fourth is the career build will be built upon the research. the for which the article will be. This is about the faculty members. Coming to the students, students are at the budding stage. When a teacher is saying something in the classroom, that may not be enough for him to get clarifications or get clear that trust.
Exactly.
So for that particular purpose, there is a need to read much and more. So writing the article, reading the article will be one of the most essential thing for him in order to learn. Teaching is one part, writing is another part. Writing article help requires lot of spade work. Reading the articles and also collecting the information, convert the information data, then it went to wisdom. All those things will be there. So that knowledge transformation from an article is easy for the students. Some of the doubts not clear or some kind of confusion, dilemmas will be easily cleared by these particular articles. So when the people are participating in the competitions, he'll be having a clear-cut understanding of that particular concept. He'll be able to write the article, and if the article is appreciated with the help of the awards or some kind of competition part, or somebody appreciates its participation, he'll be happy. So the students will be able to learn, share, and also get recognition and appreciations, and also cumulatively you'll be learning a lot of things for this. Similarly, faculty. So
Yes.
both of them will be benefited simultaneously by because of that.
Yes, and that appreciation will definitely work in the future as well. And
Yes.
yes, sir, you have presented all the 4 points very nicely. So next is that what is the present day prerequisite for students and professionals to go forward in lottery?
Please repeat me. Pardon me.
Yeah. What is the present day prerequisite for students and professionals to go forward in the law domain?
Yeah. Most of the people, let us say students, 90% of the students are preparing for their examinations only.
Correct.
Only 20% people will be working for the knowledge. So preparing for the examination is good at the college level. But when they want to come out of that, enter into the profession, maybe litigation or a job in a firm, they need more solution for the complex problems that are cropping in the day-to-day operations.
Yes.
It is not possible to get the real solution from only the studying the books alone. So he has to go beyond the books for the out-of-box solutions. So it is only possible when a student reads much more articles, much more books, and practical approach to a problem is very important, which they will be acquiring with the help of the internships.
Hmm.
So in addition to this particular study, every student at every level, you should work to do some kind of internships, if time permits, for even externships also. Internships and externships are much more required for a students to go for a legal profession. That's the essential of the day.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
For the faculty coming to this particular part, a theoretical knowledge is there with the most of the faculty members. Doctrinal study, we say, with the doctrinal study is not enough. They need to understand the complex dynamics of the legal arena in a court or a tribunal or some kind of arbitration or mediation, whatever that's happening. So unless a faculty member understands that, he'll be not in a position to disseminate the requirements to the students. So that is the benefit for that part. Coming to the profession, a profession who has joined the bar very recently, budding lawyer, or a mediator, or any kind of arbitrator, a starting part of it, or any person who has taken the examinations in a particular in NCL, this what's called limited liability, limited insurance examination, all those examinations, they require lot of inputs from a practice. So practical approach, searching for the present solution or interpreting the given statutes which are framed long back to suit the present part.
Yes.
If you see the Contract Act, it is 1872. But things are changing from 1872 to 2021. So
Absolutely.
that whatever the law drafted that particular is becoming good now. So the interpretation of some terms during that day may be changing from today's interpretation. So this analysis, critical analysis of the acts, critical analysis of the situation, critical analysis of the application, much more required today for the professions. If the professionals, students, and faculty come together, and sit across the table, some more new things will come up. So there is a very much requirement of interaction, interface, networking between the industry, between the academics, and also profession. This is the requirement of the legal arena today.
Yes. So if I talk about research, how research and research-based publication in the law domain can be upgraded using CLE-like platforms.
Sure, research is a evergreen subject,
Correct.
and what are the judgments pronounced by the courts? They will be giving a lot of inputs for a particular person for a discussion and undertaking. We are
Yes.
making research why this particular principle has been established, or this precedent has been established. What is the pros and cons of that particular part? What is going to happen if this applied in the future? Now, research can be two different things. One is totally doctrinal, depending upon the statements, depending upon the cases, depending upon the legislations, primary sources, secondary sources, whatever we have, make analysis of those things, coming with the suggestions, coming with a new what's called recommendations, etc. That will naturally give a way out for the different things which we stuck up. And second is empirical study. If you go for empirical research, take that particular research or principles to the public, find out from the public at large what is the perception for that particular on the principle. If you are going to the, let us say the COVID, a policy is made by the government about the COVID, health department made, and so many things. As a person, I may be having some kind of perception. But if you are taking this particular to the public, collecting the opinion of different people, having a sample from a different state of the society, educated, uneducated, business people, industry people like that, they will their own experiences. If you consolidate, bring it one particular place, and you can have different kinds of interpretation for the information, the data they give us. So the data collected from the empirical studies, from the opinions of people, can be analyzed in order to bring the realities, know the realities, and make correction to the existing system. And what changes the people are expecting? What are the demands of the people? Where we struck, and how to proceed, how to break that particular ice. All those things can be done by the part. So either empirical study research or the doctoral research, all this will lead to beautiful articles which can be disseminated, which can be communicated to the people at large. So that's very important part.
Yes. So as we are talking about research, so does legal research or legal internship work parallelly for law students?
Certainly. Now, legal internship, let us say there is a 5 years students and going for the education. After first year, is not at all knowing about the legal profession. If he's going for to a particular advocate for a particular internship of 2 months or 3 months, he'll be knowing many things. How to talk to the his own customer or a client, how to make a notes from the clients, how a client will be not disclosing entire information about the case. He'll be disclosing the information stage by stage, not at all time. Unless the client gets confidence of the particular part, unless the client knows this particular person is going to help us, he will not reveal all the facts about the case, whatever he's dealing with. There's one class of the clients. Some clients will be there, he'll be disclosing everything along with even he will be giving solution to us also. So that's a different kinds of the clients. So internship will be able to give us a picture how the client will be there, how an advocate professional should deal with the particular part, making a note, creating a kind of a document, and preparing the questions and what expectations are there from the client and what is law applicable, irrelevant law is there. So all this will be there for this requires again a research for this. Whether this kind of similar kind of case is there in already decided by any court, it's a kind of research. What are the decisions in this area? This kind of research. So internship will lead to research. Research will lead to a documentation. The documentation can be converted to a part of the article. Internship conversion into a beautiful article,
Yes.
passing it through a part of it. Say it's a small journey, a successful journey. So everywhere the internship will certainly help in research, and also research will help in articles.
Okay. So last but not the least, as per your experience, what would you suggest students to go in research field or litigation?
I want students to go for litigation because litigation includes research. Research and litigation cannot be separated.
Absolutely.
If a case is coming to before any part, number one, to understand the problem itself, you require to make research. Understanding the client is a research.
Yes.
Is psychology research, client psychology,
Yes.
case psychology, judge psychology, court management research, and precedents, law, legislation. So many things will be there. So entire litigation is full of research. Academics are full of research. There is no place without research. Maybe litigation, academics, everywhere. So I want the student should learn the research from its school days, college days itself. But where to research, what to research, how to research, he should get a training at every point.
Correct.
A person may be doing a lot of research without having any target. He may be left in a dark room. He may not be able to get what he wants.
Yes.
So he needs a guidance from the faculty. That's called mentoring. Mentoring is required from the faculty, or is a peer, or a senior, to find out where is the source, where the place where he can get the research for that particular information. Today, there is no dearth of information. Google is there, and lot of other websites are there. Data banks are there. Lot of books are there, but we do not know how to catch up that particular data, how to make the use of the data, and how to get benefit out of the data. This is the only way how we are going to get the benefit. Research certainly will help the students. And in the beginning, maybe 2-3 years, there is a requirement of hand-holding to the student. And the faculty should know what kind of the cycle of the student is having. He can motivate the students. He can give a hand-holding, convert the students, and change his mind, some perceptions, whatever. And another important thing, students will be having some kind of preconceived ideas when he joins the college. And the faculty will be also having the preconceived ideas. If you want to go for learning, first you have to unlearn the things which you have. Lot of myths that whatever you are having in your mind. First you unlearn the myths.
Yes.
Come with a plain mind and start working upon that. So then only it will be able to do it. So lot of research is required everywhere, every field. Mostly law, litigation, the research is essential. And research doing without converting them into tangible form is waste, because you'll be not in a position to communicate them or disseminate. Article writing will be one of the best way to convert your research into a dissemination form, a tangible form. And participate in the competitions certainly will motivate you, getting appreciation. So you'll be forward, you'll create that will create a zeal in your mind.
Exactly, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your words, and thanks for your time. Thanks for your support. Thank you so much, sir. It was nice talking to you. Thanks a lot.
It is my pleasure, madam. I'm very happy to be with you and also share my feelings with you. Thank you very much.